With all the ups and downs that the Cobra Kai verse has seen, it's only fair that the show brings back Mr. Miyagi's last student onto the Netflix big screen. From narrative continuity to giving the Miyagi Fang Dojo a helping hand in the upcoming tournament, here's why Julie's character should pop up in the next season. Starting off with the first point, which is Julie's an official part of the Miyagi verse.
My parents could see this.
Our parents watching.
I still remember what you said to me at the monastery about keeping them in my heart. It's a way to love someone even if they're not with you.
She's important, whether you like it or not. Julie's the only female protagonist in any Karate Kid movie. And yes, this includes Cobra Kai and the 2010 Karate Kid movie with Jaden Smith. She's also the only other down-on-their-luck kid that Mr. Miyagi's taught, besides Daniel LaRusso, of course. Plus, even if you hated the movie, you've gotta acknowledge that it helped conclude the original Karate Kid franchise. Even Zabka and Machio recognize Julie as a part of the Karate Kid universe. And you know what that means? She's basically almost a part of the show. Even though actors don't decide who does a comeback in the upcoming episodes, their approval carries weightage. And the least the Netflix show can do is bring Hilary Swank into the mix for at least one episode. Like, it seems like a doable request to carry out before wrapping up the show, but as important as she is, how would Julie be reintroduced to the Miyagi-verse?
That's all you're gonna say is congratulations? Don't I get a belt or something?
I belt more.
No! I mean a karate belt! Brown belt, black belt!
Why need the belt?
So everyone knows I'm good!
Why, through everyone's favorite bonsai tree loving Karate Kid, Daniel LaRusso, of course. It makes sense for the show to state that Daniel's always known about the other Karate Kid. He just conveniently forgot to bring her up. Julie's movie takes place after the Karate Kid Part 3, but that doesn't mean Mr. Miyagi wouldn't have discussed her with Daniel, because it's established in Cobra Kai that Mr. Miyagi and Daniel LaRusso remained close as time passed. He must have mentioned his time training Julie at some point, right? But remember how I said that Daniel conveniently forgot about mentioning Julie in Cobra Kai? That could be considered a snag in the theory. Cause when he needed help against Silver's expanded Cobra Kai, he asked Chosen for help, not Julie. But there's a bunch of theories for her absence. Maybe she stopped practicing karate, or maybe Daniel and Julie haven't actually met yet, which would pave the way for their first interaction in season 6. Anyway, the last and strongest theory of Julie's entry will be through the Sekai Taikai tournament.
Just remember, true strength come from inside.
You're gonna do this? You put her away.
Basically, Daniel could recruit Julie as a new sensei ahead of the global karate tournament to help them win. But wait, there's a different side to this story. Julie could approach Daniel in season 6 instead. The reason why this is such a big deal is because it would help flip the current storylines that Cobra Kai has adopted. Plus, who doesn't want to see Daniel meet his karate sister? I know I do. Most of the recent seasons have been centered on friends and enemies from the Karate Kid's past teaming up to fight a common enemy. In this case, to fight John Kreese and Terry Silver. But don't you think this dynamic's become boring really fast? Sort of like how DC's Flash had the same speedster villains for the first few seasons. You've seen them once, you've seen them all. If Julie asked Daniel for help, then Pandora's box of storylines would open up. This means we might get introduced to new Cobra Kai villains as well. Either way, an alliance between them would make sure that there's no more repetition in season 6 of Cobra Kai. And while I'm on the topic of alliances, then Julie would also be a great help in the tournament. But what if she wasn't an ally, but the competition instead? Julie can be introduced in the Sekai Taikai tournament. Is this super convenient for Daniel to meet her at the Sekai Taikai competition? Yes, but then again, Cobra Kai's known for its unlikely crossovers. The best thing about Julie's character is that she's essentially a blank slate for Cobra Kai. No one really knows what she's been up to since the last Karate Kid movie. So So the show could take any creative liberty, especially one where it was established that Hilary Swank's character continued to practice karate and became a sensei like Mr. Miyagi. She could have started her own karate dojo inspired by Miyagi-Do, but with a twist. The twist being that it wouldn't have Mr. Miyagi's direct participation, meaning that LaRusso wouldn't have heard of this parallel Miyagi-Do until the Sekai Taikai tournament, that is. And it would be a great opportunity for Daniel, Johnny, and Chosen to be challenged by different fighters throughout the tournament. And this includes both Cobra Kai villains that the audience is already familiar with and fighters with never-seen-before karate styles, like probably Pierce, who must have developed her own take on Miyagi-Do. Honestly, just thinking about a Karate Kid versus Karate Kid showdown gives me goosebumps. Like, just imagine, both the dojo students' senseis are trained by Mr. Miyagi, so it's not even a Cobra Kai versus Miyagi-Do situation. These are brand new waters we're entering. Hello, talk about an epic plot device. I'm all for this idea. But before you get excited, here's another way that Julie can pop up. Pierce comes into the show when Danny needs her the most. And look, Danny LaRusso doesn't just need help from an older, sort of new face because of the Sekai Taikai. That man needs another temporary therapist to knock some sense into him when he's drunk on a random road and about to take down Terry Silver's men single-handedly, or when he needs a pep talk about the importance of keeping Mr. Miyagi's legacy alive. Oh, and even though things are good between him and Johnny, you know, they fight like little kids, and that's where Pierce's cameo comes in. She could provide guidance or insight to Danny and Johnny, both in terms of Silver and the pair's own issues, and it's not like this would be out of the ordinary for Cobra Kai, because they've done this before with Kamiko in Season 3 and of course with Chosen as well. Both characters had cameos in the season before joining the show's main cast. Give her cameos. Hell, if her character's a hit, I say do a bonus season on her. She'll keep the Karate Kid legacy alive. Julie deserves better, and I feel like the last season of Cobra Kai can at least fit her in at the end. Assuming that Terry Silver's storyline takes up the majority of the show's priority, but as fun as it is spitballing all the ways the character can show up on Cobra Kai, the question worth asking is, does Hilary Swank even want to take part in Cobra Kai? Okay, so when the actor appeared on Live with Kelly and Ryan, the Oscar-winning actress shared, a lot of people ask if I'm going to be on it, to the point that it's the #1 question she gets, which honestly makes sense. If I saw Swank in real life, that would be my first question for her too. And get this, when she was asked about whether she'd reprise her role in Cobra Kai, Hilary said, "No one's called her." Wait, what? That's literally the first thing that people want to know, so why aren't they calling her? Make it make sense, people. There's still hope though. When Ryan Seacrest asked the actress if she would ever play Julie again, Hilary revealed the ball's still in Netflix's court. So there you have it. She's obviously up for the challenge. Now, fans just need to use their Twitter magic in convincing Netflix that this is happening. And that's all. There are all the reasons why Julie's character should pop up in the next season of Cobra Kai.